Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is the general monthly reading for the month of October 2018 for all of the signs. For the reading, I'll be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso. If I need to clarify anything, I will use the Zillich Tarot deck. And I will pull one additional oracle card from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck by Denise Linn. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading with me would be to order a private reading. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video telling you how to do that. One other thing I will say, it's also a good idea to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising signs. Sometimes, for that particular month, one video might resonate better than the others, or by listening to all three of them together, you'll really have a more complete overview of what is coming up for that month. And it's always a good time, right, at the beginning of each month for me to just say a big thank you to everybody who takes the time to watch these videos, to leave comments, to like the videos, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you very much, and I will see each of you or each of the signs in 1 second for your reading. Bye for now. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your October monthly reading. As you can see, I have already laid out the spread, so I'm ready to jump into it here. You have at the center of your reading the Six of Cups, and it's crossed by the Page of Cups. And I will say that, obviously when I do these general readings, I try to give as many messages as possible, but for many of you, I'm picking up more relationship related, a more relationship related reading than anything else here for the month, but I'll go through everything. So Six of Cups with the Page of Cups at the center of the reading. Both of these are from the Suit of Cups, and you do have two more Cups cards actually in your reading. So the Suit of Cups deals with our emotions, our feelings, relationships, and also how our feelings, kind of end up affecting our own behavior, relationships as we move through life. The Six of Cups is a card that generally we associate with things from the past. This can be people from our past. This can be, past, an ex returning from the past. This can be past relationships, friendship, people from, where you used to live when you were a child. So reconnecting with people from your childhood, possibly going back, visiting somewhere where you used to live, reconnecting with family members that you haven't seen for a while. This is also the Six of Cups. It's also the past life connection card. So for some of you, there could be, this past life connection with an individual that you are reconnecting with this month. And you might be, starting up something brand new with somebody from your past. If this isn't an actual person, this could be, something connected, related to your past in some way. It could be related to your childhood. Could be, with it being the Suit of Cups, it could be a childhood dream or a wish or hope that you've had for many years, something that you wanted to do in the past. And now with the Page of Cups coming in, there could be this opportunity, because the page, pages in the tarot, they usually are the bearers of, news about something. So this could be, it could be news about a new relationship. It could be, if this is a new job offer coming in or a new offer, this could be one that makes you very happy, that you feel very pleased about, very excited about, happy about. If this is a person, and you do actually have quite a few court cards in your reading. I'll go through them all as we move through the reading. But when court cards appear, they can either be, people playing a significant role in our lives during this time period. There can be just, general energy surrounding us, or the energy of these particular cards, or they can be, the energy that we ourselves are taking on. So if this Page of Cups is an actual individual, Typically, this would be a younger energy. So it could be a younger, actually in age person. But it could also be, somebody who has a young spirit, somebody who acts younger, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be younger person. Can be, right? It could be a child of yours, somebody, in their teens or like early 20s, or just somebody with a young spirit, but male or female. But usually, Suit of Cups, we're looking at Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as far as the signs associated with it. And this Page of Cups, this can be, like I was saying, news of a new relationship, right? A new offering. This can be like the beginning stages of that new relationship. This can also be news of a pregnancy, right? The Page of Cups oftentimes brings in news of a pregnancy, news of birth of a child. I'm looking back here, and we do have, the woman is looking back on the child, but it's usually we think of it as her looking back, at her past, at her as a child, at the past. But there could be something to do with either news of a pregnancy or, something to do with a child coming in here with this Page of Cups. But and the Page of Cups is a very sweet energy. It's a very open, a very receptive. Usually if this is not a person, if this is you taking on the energy, and possibly with this, this connection or, reconnecting with somebody from your past, there could be a need for you to be more open, right? Much like the Page of Cups, because, again, this person is a very sensitive, somebody, who's usually open to very deep communication, very open-minded, very open and receptive to, new people, new situations, new opportunities. So there might be a need to keep an open mind if this is about reconnecting with somebody from your past, giving somebody a chance again, right? This beginning or new beginning of a relationship, there could be a need to keep an open mind here. But interesting. We'll probably come back to this, but let's keep moving around your reading. You have at the foundation the Three of Pentacles, and the Suit of Pentacles deals with things here in the material realm. So we usually associate it with, like the work that we do, the money that we earn, it's material possessions, our resources, has to do with education and family and home. It's very tangible, right? And actually you have kind of on opposite sides here, right, or crowning, and at the foundation of your reading, you have two Pentacles cards. So the Three of Pentacles, it's usually a card that speaks of, having reached some type of short-term goal, completing a project, right, reaching some short-term goal or project, completion. And then you're standing there and you're sort of thinking about, okay, that's great for the short term. What about long term? What is it that I want long term? And then, readjusting, keeping your eye on the end prize, but seeing if you need to readjust anything. This could possibly be, by joining up or joining forces with somebody else, right? And you see the two people in the card, but it is the three. So in order to, to progress, there could be a need to partner up with somebody else. It's also a card that speaks of, the promise of, what's to come, of the new things coming in. So it's also, it's a positive card here with the Three of Pentacles, and it does sit at the foundation. Jumping over here to what's crowning you, you have the King of Pentacles. So could be an individual. This could be, if this is who you are reconnecting with or somebody coming back, this King of Pentacles individual is usually an older earth sign person, male or female, even though, the card here is the King of Pentacles. This could be male or female in the general reading. It's just usually an older, right? It's an older energy. So whether this is an actual older person in age or somebody, this old soul, somebody who has this older type of energy around them, but it's earth energy. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And again, same quality as what I was just talking about here with the Three of Pentacles, but the King has mastered the suit of Pentacles. So he is somebody who, he's very reliable, he's very honest, very trustworthy. He knows how to make money. He's good at holding on to his money, right? He knows how to use it wisely, right? How to spend what he needs to spend, save what he needs to save. He's very resourceful. And this is what's crowning you. So again, could be this person, right? That could be related or attached to this relationship connection here in the center. Could be somebody just coming in that's playing a significant role. Could be you taking on the energy of this King of Pentacles, even though you are an air sign. And we do have other air energy here in your spread. But this is a very, if this is what's just crowning, the energy crowning your reading, so the message is coming through from your higher self, this is all about financial stability, and this is the sort of the ultimate in financial stability and resourcefulness. So it's a very solid, a very stable energy to have crowning your reading. Now, sitting in the recent past, you do have the Sun. And this is probably the most positive of the major arcana, right? If not in the entire deck, because this is a beautiful, this is a card that it says that all is right in the world. It indicates good health. It indicates just, everything is kind of flowing along as it should, right? So it's a card of abundance. If there's an answer that you've been looking for, this is usually a big yes card. We also see that there is, again, a child on the card. So there could be, for some of you, children could be, very prominent or important at this time. Again, the pregnancy, there could be that as well for some of you, news of a child, birth of a child. But it's a very good card to have. So, with this appearing in the recent past, this could, you could already be feeling the energy of this Sun card, right? You could already be feeling sort of enlightenment. There could be enlightenment as well, right? The Sun comes in to enlighten us, to shine its light on a situation, to clarify, to bring clarity. So if there was, something that you were unclear about, something you were trying to find out or figure out, then the Sun comes in to provide you with that, right? To give you that insight, to give you that truth. It's a very, very positive card. And sitting across from it in the near future, you have the Knight of Swords. So again, another court card could be an individual. So you could, as far as who you might be interacting with, you have, this earth energy person here with the King of Pentacles. Possibly we have the Knight of Swords here. So it could be an air sign individual. If so, this is typically more of a, like a middle-aged, somebody possibly in their, the 30s, 40s, but air, from the suit of air. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, male or female. And this knight is usually, he's quite forceful. He comes, flying in quite rapidly here. You can see that he has his sword drawn. He's ready for business. He's ready to face, whatever he has to face, whatever he comes up against. And, he is a good energy in the sense that he's good at getting things done as, the Knight of Swords. He's an intellectual person. He's very good at communicating. So if there's anything, getting your point across, anything that you need to communicate, this Knight of Swords would, if this is you taking on this energy, this would be very good because he's a very good communicator. On the flip side, the Knight of Swords can come across at times as a little too forceful, or a little too aggressive, right? A little too overbearing. And it's good to be honest and, and forthright and truthful. But then, there's always that sort of fine line between being truthful and just kind of hurting somebody else's feelings. So, and he oftentimes, he rushes in and he's very much about, coming in very forcefully. So there might be a need to just calm down, control what you're saying or how you say something. That might be, your communication might be important coming up, right? This is in the near future. And you also have, I know I'm jumping over here, but the overall energy is another very fast-paced Knight card. Okay, so as the overall energy for the month, you have the Knight of Wands. And, out of all of the Knights, the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving, okay, because fire energy, fire, it catches, it sparks up, it flares up very quickly, it also burns out very quickly. So this is usually, he rushes in, he's very excited about, whatever it is that he's doing, and he's kind of, a trailblazer. He's ready to just set off and, and embark upon whatever this is, so he is very forward looking, and he's kind of a born leader. Again, on the flip side, much like I was saying here with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Wands can run the risk of, leaping before thinking, so acting before kind of having a plan or really thinking things over. So, sometimes as a cautionary message with the Knight of Wands, there might be a need to, to take your time, to review everything, to think things over, to have a plan before charging forward. Much like with the Knight of Swords here, thinking things over, how is this, going to come across to the other person before actually saying it. On the positive side, the Knight of Wands, he's a great, if this is your energy, this is a great energy, very, excited, very fiery, just ready to go, ready to, embark upon and go after whatever you have facing you this month. So it is a very, exciting energy. So this could be just you feeling very excited about what's going on, what's coming up for you through the month. If this is a person, then again, this would be more of a, like a middle-aged fire sign individual, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, male or female. And, this person is very, is a born leader, is very good at going, is not afraid to be the trailblazer here. So there might be a situation where, you're being asked to, or you need to sort of take on this energy and be the trailblazer, So it's very exciting, it's very passionate, very exciting energy. If this has to do with going back to the center of your reading, if this is a person, right, so I remember I said that there are quite a few court cards, so you could have, from the past, somebody reappearing, right, reuniting, connecting again with either an earth sign individual, air sign, fire sign with this Knight of Wands, the overall energy. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let's keep moving here. You appear as the Three of Cups. Celebration, right? This is a card of celebration, and you have surrounding you, I'll go ahead and show you in your environment, you have the Nine of Cups. So this is the minor arcana version of the Star card. So this is wish fulfillment. And, the Three of Cups, again, this is a card that can have to do with celebrating news of a pregnancy, celebrating news of the birth of a child. It can be, it can just be as simple as getting together with friends that you haven't seen for a while, reuniting, just getting together and spending time together, enjoying the company of other people. But it can also, the Three of Cups, have to do with, that greater celebration, such as news of a pregnancy, news of the birth of a child, even engagement, news of an engagement, news of a, this wedding. This could be the wedding reception with this getting together and celebrating. And this is wish fulfillment. So whatever, obviously this is going to play out differently. And with so many people watching, you are not all going to have the same wish, right? You didn't put the same wish out into the universe. But whatever wish fulfillment means for you, this is, wish fulfillment around you, surrounding you at this time. So whatever you have put out into the universe, this is all about manifestation, these things happening, right? Keeping a very positive attitude, really believing that, wish fulfillment is at hand. It is coming in for you. And this is, more towards the end of the month here. You have in your hopes and fears the Ace of Swords. So I think here you're hoping for this beautiful new beginning. The aces in the tarot, they are new beginnings. Aces are also yes cards. So again, if there's an answer you've been looking for, you have the sun giving you a big yes here. You have another yes with the ace card, the Ace of Swords. And this is a card of great mental clarity. Okay, so if there's something that you have been trying to figure out, possibly, you could be receiving the clarity that you have been looking for. The Ace of Swords can also be seeing things from a new perspective, gaining a new perspective on something. And it's interesting because it's sitting right next to this Knight of Swords, and he carries the sword of truth here. And then we have this beautiful Ace of Swords right here. Again, new beginnings. And the Page of Cups can also speak of new beginnings, the new beginnings within a relationship, new offerings of love. And then as you head out of the month, you have Major Arcana number 20, Judgment. And Judgment is, well, it's a card of, it can have to do with a significant decision. Okay, so one of the meanings for the Judgment card is, needing to make it's that judgment call, making that big decision. It can also have to do with, being called to something as well. And it's interesting because another meaning for the Judgment card, it also has to do with leaving the past behind. If there is anything that you need to kind of make amends, and that could go back to the Six of Cups here, right? Somebody from your past, sometimes, especially with it being past life connections with the Six of Cups, oftentimes when we have that past life connection, sometimes, or that soulmate connection, those people can, they can appear earlier on in our lives. We might, get out of touch with them, and then they might come in again, but it's to close out something, to have closure, right? Maybe there was a situation that we didn't end, or it didn't end properly, or, there's a need for closure. So with this, especially with the Judgment card, there could be a need for forgiveness, atonement. There could be a need to make amends, a need to move forward, a need for a fresh start, leaving the past behind. That's really, the Judgment card at the core. It's about leaving the past behind, and then this brand new, this fresh start, this brand new beginning coming in. And through death, there is, this new life, this higher calling. So there could be, again, and that's why I'm going back to the center of the reading here. I was definitely picking up more, a relationship type of energy off of your spread than anything else, which is why, I did mention that at the beginning. I know that sometimes, when I lay out the spread, the reading, I pick up lots of different messages. It could apply to many different people. This time it seems, it seems quite specific. So again, do watch your rising sign and your moon sign if this doesn't resonate. Let me take a look at your oracle card. Is unknown territory. You're exactly where you need to be, is what the card is. Let me find the card. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. And it says, where am I? Here we go. It says, you're exactly where you need to be, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Even if you don't have all the answers, keep going forward with your heart open. If you can't see clearly ahead and don't know where you are headed, keep moving forward. Do what feels right, even if your brain doesn't agree. Your heart always knows. Instead of dismay because you're in unknown territory, celebrate that you are expanding and growing by leaps and bounds. The sacred traveler wants you to know sometimes the traveler feels lost, a lack of confidence or sense of being in unknown territory. It can seem that others know more or are more qualified. However, it can be this very feeling of not knowing that allows one to step outside the bounds of convention and reach beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by family, friends, society, and religion. It can be a very good thing. It can help you find yourself. Cherish those moments of not knowing. It's often during those times that the greatest revelations occur. Trust that all is well. you are where you should be. And that's interesting because, what was it here that I was just saying? Oh, here, but at the beginning of it, it said, even when you don't have all the answers, keep going forward with your heart open. And that was, I think, one of the main messages that I was getting with this Page of Cups, which is, one of the meanings of the Page of Cups is that, this is usually somebody who is very, open and open and receptive to something. So there could be definitely, if there's somebody coming back, if this is reconnecting, something linked to, a past relationship or a past situation, I think there is a need to keep an open mind, be open, right? Be receptive. And that's just really echoed here by this, the Oracle card. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful October. Bye for now.